Well, on today's Garden Life, I have a very special announcement for you, something that I have wanted to share for a very long time now. It is going to be a change for my husband and myself that will really transform the way we look at things. It's going to create new opportunities for us. It is going to help me revisit some things and rediscover some things that I haven't thought about in a while from my past. And I just think it's really going to be very, very life enhancing. Some of you may have already figured out what it is from a video that we shot not too long ago. But you know what? I'm going to leave the announcement for someone else, and we'll be right back after this break with the big news.
All right, we have some exciting news to share. We've been counting down the days till we were able to share this, but do you want to say the news?
Yeah, we're expecting a baby coming in September.
Yes, and it's a baby girl, so we're so excited. And Linda and Big Jamie are also so excited. It's going to be their first grandchild.
We just can't wait to be girl parents.
And this is so cute. This is like a cute little boomer sooner I got off Etsy. I just had to. I couldn't resist. But yeah, so expecting. We're so excited. So we just wanted to share with you. I know that Linda had been dropping a few little hints in some previous videos when she came to visit. So now the news is official. We are expecting. So we're so excited to bring you along on this journey. Okay, I just had to share a few things that I've already received as gifts, and I am just dying to show you. So a couple weeks back, like right when we found out, of course, Linda bought this cute little like placemat thing, and it is garden themed, of course, so adorable. And like all of the little mobile things are garden themed, like this little cactus, like look how cute this little watering can is. I was dying. Like this little plant. I just thought it was so cute. I had to share with you. Yeah, and so the baby's nursery, if you haven't realized, is definitely going to be garden themed. The wall is like already like a dark green, hunter green color, and so it's going to be very like neutral, sage green, all garden inspired things. So we're so excited. Yeah, I picked this up at Target the other day. You Grow Girl, like a cute little kid's book. So excited.
Well, for years, everybody has been sharing with me just how wonderful it is to be a grandparent. And now finally, thanks to Taylor and Jamie, I am going to be able to experience that for the first time. A little bit of background, Hubs and I didn't get married until we were in our 30s. He was 35 and I was 32. And so we got married a little bit late. And then both my boys, they didn't get married until they were in their 30s and were married for a couple of years before Taylor and Jamie decided to start a family. So I'm very thrilled about it. It seems to me like it's taken forever, but there's not a lot I can do. I don't want to be one of those kind of mother-in-laws. So we're absolutely thrilled. And I want to share a couple of things. First of all, my children they're just wonderful. And I think you can really see from the videos that Taylor's been in how enthusiastic she is, how warm she is. You can also probably tell that little Jamie doesn't really like to be on camera. And by the way, that was their idea to send that video, not mine, so that we could share it with you. But I think that they both have so many wonderful qualities to commend them. But I think this really special qualities, I'm thinking about this, that I think they will impart to their children, in addition to, the regular things, is, as I said, Taylor is so enthusiastic about life. She has such a joie de vivre. She will try anything. Everything is always new to her. She's constantly surprised. She is smart as a whip. She's always learning. She just really embraces life and loves to share it with other people. And I think that in addition to all of her other wonderful qualities, to me, that's the quality of her that really stands out. She is not afraid to be enthusiastic about life. And you know, some people kind of are.
Oh, yeah.
They think it's kind of, I don't know, in their cynical way, they think it's silly to be really enthusiastic about life. And Taylor, in the past, FYI, she was the one who, whenever I wore a Halloween costume on Channel 4, whenever I have an idea that's a little bit wacky or whatever, well, definitely Taylor is my go-to creative gal for that. So I'm really interested to see how that quality of hers in particular translates into my grandchild. And in terms of my son, he has so many good qualities. But one thing about him is that he is extremely loyal, and he is an extremely good friend. And he's a very good listener. And I think for a man, that is a quality that isn't always present. And he is very intuitive. If I'm down in the dumps or something like that, really more than any of the other men in my family, he really intuits it. He's very kind. He's very sensitive about it. And I think he will bring that same sensibility to being a dad. They are going to have a little girl. And
drop that one in there,
yeah. And well, I'll tell you what, when we come back, I'll tell you why we're especially excited about that. So when Hubs and I were pregnant, and here I have many questions of the day. When Hubs and I were pregnant, and isn't that funny? You know, now people say, oh, when they are pregnant, or my son Jamie, he says, yeah, I'm pregnant. I think that's so cute. But when Hubs and I were pregnant, with neither one of our children did we find out what the sex was going to be beforehand. It was a surprise to both of us, and we obviously had two boys. But Jamie and Taylor, they wanted to find out beforehand what it was, and they're going to have a little girl. They desperately wanted to have a little girl. I think for a number of different reasons. When I saw a picture of Taylor when she was little, with that curly dark hair and those big brown eyes, I thought, I want one of those. I want one of those bad. And so now I think I'm going to get one. There's not going to be any little tow-headed, blue-eyed blonde from the two of them, because they almost look like brothers and sisters. They both have dark eyes and dark hair. So we are thrilled about that. Goose is thrilled also about having a little sister. So when Taylor and Jamie adopted Goose, they weren't married yet. They were just out of college, and I thought, oh, this is not a good idea. And yet it turned out to be one of their best ideas. And it's a testament to the good parents that they will be in the future, because they have been wonderful parents to Goose. So they could have exercised a little bit more discipline, I think. But we adore Goose, and it's going to be interesting to see, because Goose doesn't particularly like children. So it's going to be interesting to see how she adapts to having a little sister. But I think it's so cute. They both wanted a little girl, and when I asked Jamie why he really wanted to have a little girl, he said, well, I've always referred to Taylor and Goose as my girls. And he said the fact that I could have another little girl, and I could add to that my girls family, I think just really warms my heart. So they are thrilled. They have a name that I adore that is picked out. I've been trying to call them all morning to see if I could reveal it, but I think in one of the videos, Jamie or Taylor said that they would share that a little bit later. So obviously, they want to share that with themselves. But it's an adorable name. I love it, and I can already imagine myself saying that little name. So when we come back, I'm going to share with you what Jamie and I are going to be called as I go through a tub of things that I excavated from the basement that belonged to my boys when they were little. Okay, I excavated this tub, as I said, from the basement. I have not looked at it in years. I think there's another couple of tubs. I really tried to carefully curate from the boys what I kept and what I did not keep. I kept some of their favorite animals, obviously some of their favorite books and things. I just remember this little teddy bear being under the Christmas tree and also being in their cribs when they were growing up. And then obviously, because they were both boys, they shared lots of things. So I've only gone down about one layer. Hubs and I last night, we had a glass of wine and we were just sitting there oohing and awing over some of these things that, like I say, that we kind of, it's child baby archaeology, I guess, of the
That's
things
kind of a
that
cool way
yeah
to look
that we have found. Okay, so do you guys remember the store Gymboree? I don't even know if they're still open.
I remember that stuff.
Yeah, but all their clothes were really bright and vibrant, and they both wore these little shoes. And so I think she may have to wear them too, because after all, they are in Colorado and they'll be doing lots of hiking. And I anticipate that they will be getting her out hiking in short order. These were my favorite, two of my favorite baby gifts that they both got from a dear friend. They both got one when they were born, so I have saved one for each one of them, and I anticipate that they will be in their cribs. Okay, this was funny. I completely forgot about these. And then when I saw them, I thought, well, of course I remember these. They both had their own pair of garden clogs. Okay, so Johnny had blue. I think Jamie had green. Johnny lost the inserts. They were just like the ones that I had, and we would keep them outside the door for them to wear. And I forgot that I had saved these. In fact, I forgot they even had them. But that makes me happy. Obviously, they had them when they were a little bit older, probably about 6 or 7 or 8. But I saved those. This just, well, it just made me almost die. I can remember getting this in Chiapas, Mexico for Johnny when he was little. And I think it is so cute. And I already see this Colorado outfit of the day for her when she goes hiking or goes to Santa Fe. I think it's absolutely adorable. And then you guys can tell I'm just nuts. I'm just nuts awesome. Already. It's and so then awesome. And then look at this sweet little hat that my husband got for the boys when he was in Peru. And it's just so sweet. And then obviously I have some of their first baby blankets and things like this. And I've not shared this with Taylor and Jamie. And I just can't wait. This was Johnny's first Christmas. Like there's just so many things in here, and I won't bore you with all of them. Okay, look at this. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this too.
This is fun to watch you go through this stuff.
Because you can never learn your ABCs too soon. Yes, it's a little ABC thing, and
that's a lined up thing inside with the right letter.
Yes,
that's
and
cool.
then you look. You just have a little girl, a little girl that fits in G, and it looks like
banana
B is
just
missing.
Fell out. It's right there.
Oh, banana. Okay. So B wasn't missing. It's just right there, and the fact that it is probably a miracle that all of the contents are here.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Or it looks like most of the contents are here.
Might be missing W.
Yeah, so I can't wait to share this with Taylor. I think both my boys were very, very smart. Johnny especially so. I think he was reading it. I don't know how early he learned to read, but I think he probably knew his ABCs when he was 2. That's very fun. I'm trying to pick out the stuff that I think will be, look at these. Remember this kind of, I think it was called tuck work that you used to do? These, I have a picture of the boys together this was their Easter outfit. So this is kind of an iconic picture. And then I have all of these, these outfits and things, maybe their first outfit home. The first baby cap that they wore coming home from the hospital. And then what's this? Oh, this is a picture of Johnny being baptized when he was little. Let me see if I've got, oh my gosh. Okay, here's a picture of me preggers. That's me preggers with Johnny. And then, oh my gosh, this picture just makes me want to die. So my son, Jamie, is named after my husband, Jamie. And look at that picture. And they are just clones of one another. And little Jamie went into the same business as my husband. So that's very sweet. And then just the motifs that you don't think about until you have a baby, like these precious, precious little ducks. Like I'm thinking, oh, for Easter, she would so need to wear this. You could see in the video that they already had a Boomer Sooner. Yeah, I don't know if you could read it backwards, but a Boomer Sooner sweatshirt. They're big OU fans. Okay, I won't belabor the point anymore. I'm sure you guys are just rolling your eyes saying, Linda, I think you're the first person to ever be a grandmother. And you know what? I kind of feel that way. And that's one of the things I am most excited about. I was reading a scientific article the other day about the way to really be happy with your life is to always be surprised and always not be constantly habituated to things, because we get so habituated to how fortunate we are to live in our beautiful homes, to have our beautiful children. And when you have a child, it makes you experience things anew with that sense of awe and that sense of wonder.
Yeah, by default. Huh?
Yeah, by default. And I think of all of the clothes that my boys wore growing up, it is this sweater I remember most of all. They were little prepster babies.
That's a real deal sweater. Right
yeah,
there.
they were little prepster babies. So in the comments below, if you have things that were especially near and dear to you that you passed on to your grandchild, please let me know, and we'll be back shortly.
Yeah, Jamie is so excited to be a girl dad. We'll share the name with you when we're ready. But yeah. Oh, I did want to ask Linda and Big Jamie a question. What do you want to be called as grandparents?
In response to Taylor and Jamie's question of what we want to be called. Now, a little bit of background information on this. It is something that we have given considerable thought to. It didn't used to be a thing. I think everybody used to, what did you call your grandmother? Grandma?
Nanny.
Nanny? Okay. And I had two grandmothers, three grandmothers, and one I called Grandma, one I called Momo. We called your mom, they called her Mamu. And what did you call your other grandmother?
She died before I could remember.
Oh, before you can remember. So anyhow, it is something that we think about. So I gave mine some thought, and with some input from my brothers and sisters, they said that I should be called Lenny. Now, forever, I have been called Skinny Lenny growing up. My brothers and sisters still call me Lenny. I remember my mom on her deathbed calling me Lenny, and my dad too. So it is a moniker that's just near and dear to my heart. Now, it may not be easy for a grandchild to say. It might come out Ninny or Ninny, but that's okay too. But that's the inspiration. Now, we wanted to come up with something for Jamie. And you, what were you thinking?
J-Paw.
J-Paw. Okay, so the origin of that is my friend Deborah, her husband Jamie and her husband Bay and Jamie have been childhood friends forever. Your moms were pregnant together, weren't they?
Yes.
Yes. You can see he really is hating this, but he's such a trooper.
We
And we want to
appreciate
have
it.
this for posterity,
Yes.
for the kids and for our granddaughter. And they call Bay, his grandchildren call him Baypaw. And so I thought it would be cute to be called J-Paw. What do you think?
Well, that's the first I've heard that story.
No.
I didn't know where it came from.
You didn't know where it came from?
Well, I like
that-
that it's a little bit of his actual name too. The J is it helps him kind of know.
Yeah, and I did ask you if that was okay with you, and you said, well, sure.
Well, do you like it, Jamie?
I like it.
Yeah.
The next time, give me the whole story.
Actually, I think I did give you the whole story, and
I
you
like
just
it.
forgot. And my friend Deborah, she's called Birdie, which I think is very, very cute.
Birdie's
And
cool.
yeah. Oh, and by the way, speaking of birds, remember Stuart yesterday when we were filming, and there were all of those birds that were in the holly
They
bushes.
saw him, yep.
So we sat out here, we got our binoculars, and what did we decide they were?
Cedar waxwings.
Yes, and you
The
got
little red thing on top of their head.
yeah, and a bunch of you had observed that before, and I'd never seen enough of them in that quantity to know how much yellow they had on their
Breast.
and on their tail.
They were such a flock.
There was such
so
a
many.
flock. And a number of you said, oh, and it also looked like there was robins. There were robins, there were cardinals, there were sparrows. What else was there? I don't know. Let's just say that avian life was pretty well represented.
Yeah.
So it was fun, and thank you guys for sharing. Yeah, they came in one swoop. They completely harvested every berry, and then
I've never had a bird fly so close to my head before. That was it just went right by me.
It was fun, and something that will be fun to watch with my granddaughter. Okay, long-suffering husband, thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Jamie.
So maybe next year I'll do it again.
There we
Maybe
go.
next
I
year.
like it. Yeah.
And what did you tell me before you agreed to be on camera? What did you say?
Said, how do I look?
How does he look? But also, oh, my views will go way up.
Yeah.
My views will go way up. Okay, we'll be right back. Well, it's beautiful out, but it's chilly, and I think my outfit du jour kind of follows suit. It's all about layering. So I have a scarf on. This is my Van Gogh scarf that I got. Actually, it was a gift for shooting a video for the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. Let me see if I can show this to you. And it was the irises of Van Gogh. And it just makes kind of a nice wrap when it's a little bit chillier in the morning. My green sweater is Banana Republic to celebrate tomorrow, which is St. Patrick's Day. My top is thrifted. It's just a Ralph Lauren blouse. My breeches I bought online. I can't remember from whence they came. It was just an online shop. My shoes are Puma tennis shoes. I bought these online also, and they're great for the walking life. My earrings are Atrios Tile. Love me some Elizabeth.
the ones I loved
Oh
yesterday, too.
yeah, love her earrings. And my jewelry. This is a bracelet just off of Amazon. This slide bracelet belonged to my second mom. This is a Janet Mavick orchard jewelry with a little tiny bird on it. Very sweet. And my ring is my emerald ring that I got from Hubs as a gift when he came back from India. Well, here's my thing one and thing two for today. These are two projects that I'm already going to get started on. By the way, if I didn't mention it earlier, Taylor is due September 26th. So there's two projects that I'm already anxious to get started on. Number one, thing one is going to be executed by Hubs, and that is we've got a tub of different tapes of music that they used to listen to when they were little. And obviously we don't use these kind of cassette tapes much anymore, though I did have a cassette player in here. And if I put some batteries in it, I bet I can listen to them. So this is going to be fun because this is a project for Hubs, and he is going to take these to be converted into a digital format, so Taylor and Jamie can stream these, and the baby can listen to them when they're little. And it will just be, I think, a really fun trip down memory lane for little Johnny and Jamie, because they'll both get a copy. My very own songs, John. So I think it's cute. There's the iconic, probably my favorite thing ever, the version of the Velveteen Rabbit that was narrated by or read by Meryl Streep. They listened to that about 1 million times, and some George Winston. So that is thing one. That is thing one, Hubs project. Thing two is a project that I probably won't execute till a little bit later, though I've got a version I'm going to do first of all. So right here, Stuart, I want you to put up a picture of an original work of art by my friend Deb's grandchild, Aiden. He lives in North Carolina. And this is a project that Deborah and I first discovered when we were probably in our 20s or 30s. And I showed it to her and we said, oh, someday we're going to do this.
Long time coming.
And it was in a book, and it was an original work of art by a child in the manner of little Aiden's work of art, and it was converted onto, and in this case, it was converted onto a needlepoint canvas for a rug. And it was made, a rug was made for the nursery out of, inspired by a piece of original child's art. So right now, and right here, Stuart, we can put up where Deborah had that image converted to needlepoint canvas. I haven't needlepointed in years, though I used to do quite a bit of it. Deborah does it all of the time. And so she converted that piece of artwork with Aiden's name on it into something that she'll make into a small pillow or something to hang maybe on a gallery wall in Aiden's bedroom, I'm not sure. But that is my thing too, and something that I look forward to doing with a work of art from my little granddaughter as soon as she is old enough to create one. In the meantime, there was something that Hubs and I used to say to our kids all of the time when they were little, and they remember it still. And we would just tickle them and we would say, are you happy, well-rounded, with high self-esteem and kind? And they would just go, yes, Mom, yes, Mom. And to this day, I say it to them still. So I think I'm going to have a pillow made needle pointed for the nursery that says, are you happy, well-rounded, with high self-esteem, ... and kind. And I think it will be absolutely adorable. So that's going to be fun. I will do it in the colors of the nursery, which I will share with you when I get back. Well, being as creative as both Taylor and Jamie are, they've already decided on a color scheme for the nursery. They decided on this long before they knew what the sex of the child. And I am thrilled to announce that it is going to be green, and primarily sage green, not unlike this sweet, sweet little tuft of catmint. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I think they're going to have a mural painted in the nursery by Ricky Sheaf, our friend Ricky, the artist that cool. Yeah, and I don't think you knew that, Stuart. And then there'll be pops of colors that they'll have, but the sage green will kind of be the underlying color. And obviously, Taylor has shared that with me, and we've already started sharing a Pinterest page. So that brings me to something that I have really rediscovered lately. I used to do Pinterest all the time. And then in recent years, I just haven't so much. I've been more on Instagram and things like that. Well, boy, have I rediscovered Pinterest in spades, because I have started looking at new things, obviously grandchild inspired, but I'm also looking back at some pages, one page that I created years ago. I mean, I don't know how many years ago, called If I Had Grandchildren. And so I had already started posting things to that page. If you want to share in this joy in my life, then please share pins with me. And you can do that through Pinterest. Stuart, right here, if we can, would you show my Pinterest page? You can follow me there, and then you can send me pins of different things that you have discovered, different products that make having a baby easier, different grandparent ideas, whatever things related to this great joy of being a grandparent. You can share that and experience it with me, because I'm new to this. I am very new to this. So if you have ideas related to how to be a grandparent long distance, if you have ideas related to things specific to little girls, please share that with me. If you have different ideas that relate to being a grandparent and ways to take care of ourselves health-wise, so that we can ensure that we will be a grandparent for the long haul, then please share that with me as well, and share it all, obviously, through support@lindavater.com, through my newsletter, comment below, but in a new forum on Pinterest, because this is going to be very, very fun. So I've got a page that just Taylor and I, that's private, that Taylor and I are sharing, but I've also got a page called If I Had Grandparents. Please share pins with me that I can then put on that page. And then I think it's just going to be so, so fun. So if you see ideas related to the nursery or whatever, it's just a fun way that we can communicate too. And if you're not sure how to follow me on Pinterest or whatever, then you can just Google, I think, Linda Vater Pinterest. Can they do that, Stuart?
Yeah,
Linda Vater on Pinterest, my page will come up, and then you just hit the follow button, and it can just tell you, I think, how to share. So that's what I've got going on now. It's things that I'm rediscovering in a whole new way. It's been a while since I've thought about nurseries. It's been a while since I've thought about ways to be a good mother and a good grandparent. And and by the way, there's also a page. I've also started a page for baby showers. So also give me baby shower ideas if you've got some of those. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, I am really experiencing life anew. And speaking of sharing the joy, I really wanted to share the joy with all of you. Some of you suspected that was our big news. Obviously, for very obvious reasons. We didn't want to announce it prematurely, and the kids requested that we wait, that we did, as I said, a la Taylor Swift. We sprinkled a few Easter eggs in that thrifting video. A number of you pointed out that Taylor wasn't drinking wine, and that I talked about, this would be great for a grandchild. So that was very fun for us to do. And again, sharing the joy, our friends Deborah and Bay, who have kind of been on this journey along with us, they're going to come over tonight. We're going to cook out some steaks. We're going to enjoy the beautiful weather outside, maybe light a fire, and I think it will truly be fun. Something else that I want to put on your radar screen is my new book is available for pre-order. And by the way, that little tip about taking an original work of art of a child and converting it to canvas, that is one of the tips in my book about living a garden-inspired life throughout the year from season to season. So I do hope that you guys might consider pre-ordering. It really does help. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for sharing this with me. Make sure to, if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, to follow, to like, because obviously this is going to be a whole new component of this channel as it evolves over time. Not as much as it would be if they lived closer to home. So if Taylor and Jamie, if you're listening, or Johnny and Delphia, you're working on it too. If you ever have a change of heart and decide to move back to Oklahoma City, then I will be here and available for babysitting. You guys take care. Thanks for sharing the love.